Hello and welcome to an update on the one patch method. It's been going pretty badly, to be honest, but I do learn a little bit more every time. I've reinforced my belief that it is possible. I've got to wait for the right moment, and I'm thinking of maybe with the one patch method, sometimes it's best to not have one an hour after you've smoked your last one. Uh, well, it wouldn't be the last one, but that you know what I mean. Anyway, if you've been watching my videos, you'll know what I mean. So anyway, on comes the patch. I'm going to put another patch on. I've got Cardiff City pyjamas on. I've got a cup of tea that Magda made for me, which is very kind of her. Very nice. She's disappeared. So I cut the patch open, I remove the tag thingy. I think it should go. I usually have more success with my right arm for some reason. I don't know why. I was. I went to the local bar to play darts. I made a mistake of taking my tobacco with me, which is a. I've done that before, haven't I? I take my tobacco with me, and I end up smoking too much. I was only planning on having one, but I don't know why I wanted one. Didn't make sense. It didn't make sense with the one patch method I was doing at the time, which, or maybe it did, I can't remember. Anyway, that's the patch on. So I will save a paper for in a bit. I'll cut up the rest of the papers, and that way, uh, I think if I didn't have the one, I would probably just be tempted to go to the shop and buy some more. So that's part of the logic is um, you don't want to be having that temptation from the start. So it does help in that sense because the temptation isn't there because you're partway through the quit attempt and you've still got one to go. So in a sense, oh yeah, these glasses make my head look funny. Never mind. I've got a funny shaped head anyway. They're very thick lenses. Can you see that? And that's with the special treatment applies as well. But I think there's different levels of special treatment you can get to make them thinner, and I go for the cheaper one. I may as well roll this one now. So I'm gonna give it a good attempt starting tomorrow, starting today. Well, it's almost 1 a.m. on Wednesday, so I'll wake up and uh, hopefully I won't have taken the patch off, which I sometimes do because I sometimes at night I get problems with my heart, like I can feel my heart. So I think I better take the patch off. I'm not in great shape, to be honest. I just read a article on that popped up on if you get Microsoft Edge, you can set it up so that it shows you news when you open a new browser window. or tab, and one of the news articles was about a poor woman uh, who'd found a lump on her leg, and it was sarcoma, whatever that is, some form of cancer. And she said it was already stage 4, which is the final stage, terminal stage, by the time she got around to getting it diagnosed. As she said, the only warning sign she had was that she got a bit out of breath after exercise. Well, I get a bit out of breath after exercise. But you know what it's like. You always worry that you got cancer, but you probably haven't. It's what it's what happens once you get to about 30 years old. You just can't stop worrying about cancer all the time. I'm absolutely fine. Touch wood. There's some wood on the chair beneath me. Where was I going with that? I don't remember. But if I do have an illness of any sort, then quitting smoking will probably help. But having said that, nicotine helps with dementia, I believe. So I'm not sure how much truth there is in that, but I believe it can help ward off dementia. I got today's Racing Post, which is now yesterday's Racing Post, and uh, predicts that uh, Newcastle will win the EFL Cup. I'm not sure if they play tonight. And uh, the result I want to find out is uh, Barcelona away at Osasuna. That was at 8:30 last night or tonight. Newcastle did not play in the EFL Cup. Everton lost to Bournemouth 4-1. I remember seeing that, which is a good result for Bournemouth. And it might not be too bad for Everton as well, because we don't like stretching our resources. Whenever we get into Europe, people say, "Oh, I wish we weren't in Europe because now we don't have a good chance at the Premier League." Cardiff and Hull, I'm not sure what the result was. That's another one I'm interested in. And so 1 o'clock coming up to, we have two NHL ice hockey matches which are now live on Viaplay, which is what they now call Premier Sports. And then the next event on TV, according to the Racing Post, is the T20 World Cup New Zealand v Pakistan at 8 a.m. I'm not sure if there's tennis tonight. I doubt it because it would be mentioned in the paper. Why am I going on and on about sports? Never mind. So it's good to forget about your nicotine and get engrossed in other things. So I'll leave us at that. Good luck if you're trying to quit with me. If you've quit successfully, if you're thinking about quitting, I hope my videos help you. Whatever addictive behaviours you might have, even if it's self harm, you can use my method in theory. Not very much because it's a very simple method, but You got to try and beat your triggers one at a time. And with my slow but steady approach, that's what I kind of have been doing. I went backwards a step today because I smoked at the community centre. So that's a trigger that I'll have to overcome once more. A big trigger for me now is just when I'm at home and I have nothing to do. So I need to get over that trigger and find other things to do that are better. Um, and if I can just leave this patch on and get the nicotine addiction out of my system a little bit, I should be plain sailing. It's not really that difficult. But tomorrow I'm going to a funeral, so there might be opportunities given to me to smoke that I might be tempted to say yes to, so I'm quite weak like that. I hope I can just resist and say no thanks. If anyone not offers me a cigarette, but if anyone, well, I won't be saying no thanks, I'll just be refusing to join in with the smoking. No one's going to offer me a cigarette. Oh, excuse me. So I need to get up early and I won't be able to have a bubble tea first. Oh dear. I won't be able to have a bubble tea first thing tomorrow. I didn't do that today, but I don't every day. But sometimes, uh, if I wake up late because the bubble tea bar opens at 1:30, if I wake up late, I can just nip to the bubble tea bar and have that straight away. And then at least I've got the morning or early afternoon. But when I wake up, the waking up cravings have gone then because I've had a replacement. And when it comes to replacements, I'm not sure if I really believe in replacing something with some other addiction. Um, a lot of people replace nicotine with alcohol. A lot of people replace nicotine with exercise. Uh, but you can't always rely on these things. Alcohol, of course, is not a great addiction to be relying on at all. Exercise, you might get injured, and then what do you do? Um, I think the key is to embrace the variety of pleasurable activities that are available to you in life in general. And once you moved away from the addictive behavior, your world will open up to include everything else. And it might be a milder high, or but you might find deeper, longer lasting pleasure in that milder high. I hope that's the case. So, anyway, thanks for watching. Good night.